Howdy ho, everybody. Here we are arriving to a job with Nehemiah where he's doing a lateral liner in one of these houses. Oh, there he is. They're over there. Okay, I'm turning my boat around. Let's see how they're doing. Oh boy. Pre-liner.
Sí, no lo quiero escupir porque la señora no está y vamos a tirar agua por donde sea.
Oh, okay.
Y como es cortito, estoy tratando de hacerlo llegar así nomás.
Sounds like a plan.
Sí. Pasó una vez pasada en un cliente que
Hizo volar el agua. All right. So what we got going here, guys, is we got a sewer line that comes out of the house right here. That pipe on the bottom underneath his boot. And that pipe needs to be rehabbed or renewed without having to dig up the inside of that house. Now that pipe has a little bit of an issue on the bottom of it that's going to compromise a conventional lateral liner. So we have to do a two-step process, one that's called a pre-liner and then a liner. And the pre-liner, all it is just basically a solid sock of plastic that's the length of the pipe that we want to renew. It does not expand, it does not stretch. So we shoot that in and then we shoot the liner into the same pre-liner. And we shoot the liner with this, our LMK lateral lining system. We go ahead and do that. We're going to renew about 15, almost 16 feet of sewer underneath the house, and all done without any excavation on the inside of the house. Okay, so now we are into the liner preparation stage. He is transferring his measurements, which he took from the camera, based on the amount of pipe that we need to be lined. And he's going to go ahead and mark those areas on the liner and prepare it to have exact start and stops based on the amount of pipe that he wants to cover. All right. Okay, so while they prepare that liner, I'm going to explain real quick how we're going to shoot into the sewer line. So this is the sewer with an inverted cleanout shooting back into the house. And what they're going to do is that once that liner has been impregnated with resin, which I'm going to show you how that works, they're going to load it up into this tank through this shooter. They load it up, roll it in, tie it off right here, put this nozzle right on there, and then they go ahead and turn on the air, which is on a compressor way down there, that little green thing in the middle, and then they just fill this thing up with air, start inverting the liner into the sewer line, shoot it all the way in about 15 feet, and pipe. Once it cures, all we do is remove the carrier, which inverted the liner in there. All right, so we are now in the impregnation stage of that lateral liner. They went ahead and mixed some resin with an activator, and now they're filling up that liner with that resin. Okay, and they're squeegeeing it in, making sure that every inch of that liner is completely impregnated, and this is what helps do that. This is a vacuum that vacuums out all that air, which allows them to push that resin all the way down up to the top and completely impregnate it. Again, leaving no air in that liner, which allows for a solid pipe. And sorry for that. And here's the resin, which they mixed up. 2-part component resin, a resin and an activator. Once mixed together, start activating the chemicals, hardening that resin into a solid, which allows for this to eventually become a brand new pipe. Here we go. All right, so now we're running that liner to the shooter. And we're running because now we have a limited time and it's a hot day. So he's gonna get ready to tie this liner onto the shooter and load it up. And now he's going to invert the clear bladder onto that shooter, which is gonna tie it down to the machine in preparation for inversion. All right, T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's shooting. Look at the inversion, the containment sleeve. You're gonna see it solidify in the next few seconds. And there There you go. We are now inverting. It is now making, the new pipe is now making it past this 90, and it's going to expand literally right at that cast iron, which is here, all the way into the house for another 15 to 18 feet. As you can see, he's doing a careful inversion, nice and slow, making sure that the expansion into the pipe is nice and regular all the way through. Because if we go too fast, it may create a wrinkle. So he's slowly pushing that puppy in. Once he completely expands, he'll be good to go. All right, so while he's doing his thing, this used to be soft. It's completely solid now. All air inside of that puppy, which is what's causing this inversion to take place. Now that the liner is fully inverted into that pipe, he's going to go ahead and do an inspection just to make sure that the inversion is clean all the way through without any wrinkles. That's the whole point of having a translucent bladder. It allows us to really see what we just installed before it becomes a solid. So here he is preparing that camera, which he will then shoot into this access port. Because you can trust all you want, but you better verify. We're now in the pipe. We just made the 90 turn and we're about to transition into cast iron. We are now in the lateral liner section of this install. There we are, full expansion, verified, nice to go, good to go. Great work, great work. Okay, I thought I was done with this video, but check this out. Remember that bucket that I showed you a minute ago that was liquid? It's now completely solid and it's extremely hot.
Oh, it's hot?
Yeah, it's hot. Put your hand in there, but don't stick it all the way in, just put it right down into here. You see it's warm? Yeah. So now that liquid is solid, which is exactly what's happening inside the sewer line. It only took about an hour for that to happen because of our temperatures outside, which is why the install is so chaotic. But anyways, pretty cool. Now you've seen it all. Freedom Plumbers, baby. Woo!